Adverse childhood experiences. Growing up with adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, can have a long-lasting effect on people's lives. Adverse childhood experiences are stressful situations that children may experience. These include domestic violence, drugs and/or alcohol abuse, family mental health issues, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, loss due to the separation or divorce of parents, loss due to bereavement, the imprisonment of a member of the family. Adverse childhood experiences are very common, and many adults will have experienced one or more. Sometimes children are directly harmed, for example, by physical, emotional, sexual, verbal abuse or neglect. But sometimes the harm is caused indirectly, for example, if a parent is sent to prison. When a child or an adult is exposed to stress, the adrenal system's fight, flight, or freeze response comes into action. This is in order to protect them and get them out of danger. But when someone is continually exposed to stress, they stay in this heightened state of alert and cannot relax and recover. This is toxic stress. Adverse childhood experiences cause toxic stress. Children under adversity may live every day in fear and anxiety, with profound effects on their bodies. Toxic stress can alter the development of the brain, affect the immune system, and reduce resistance to disease. Adverse childhood experiences can affect both short and long-term health outcomes and can cause both physical and mental health problems. Children suffering from adverse childhood experiences often can't think rationally. They find it hard to interact with others, and it can be impossible for them to learn. However, the response of any particular person to adverse experiences is complex. It can depend on many factors, including whether they have supportive relationships and whether they can access financial and other resources. So it is not possible to determine an individual's longer-term health or other life outcomes based simply on the number of adverse childhood experiences they have had. Furthermore, whilst childhood adversity may have a significant impact, such experiences should not place limits on a person's aspirations and achievements. We do know that the best thing to do is to try to prevent adverse childhood experiences from happening in the first place. That requires people being more aware of what adverse childhood experiences are and how they can be prevented. It means giving families the support they need. This might include parenting classes, antenatal and postnatal care, extra support for the parents of children with special developmental or educational needs, work that is effective for families caught in cycles of addiction to alcohol or drugs, continuous and consistent support from services. It also means addressing the social and economic circumstances in which people live. Social inequalities affect the levels of childhood adversity and people's ability to overcome that adversity. We must be vigilant in looking out for the signs of adverse childhood experiences and intervene so children and families get the help they need. We need to understand that naughty or difficult children may be in a heightened state due to the stressful things they are experiencing at home. We cannot simply expect them to behave properly. This is both unrealistic and unkind. Very shy and withdrawn children must also not be ignored, as they too may be responding to difficult experiences. When children have had adverse childhood experiences, there needs to be action. Getting the right help at the right time is crucial to reduce the likelihood of negative consequences. Early action can prevent these experiences from damaging people's lives. A child's experiences begin at conception. Every time their mother has her needs met, receives love and care, can access appropriate antenatal care, has positive relationships, and feels part of her community, this has a positive impact on her child's well-being. Following birth and during the crucial first 3 years of a child's life, every time a child experiences a positive connection with their caregiver and has their needs met, well-being also increases. Sometimes there may be difficulties. Perhaps a parent is unwell or stressed at work, but the child has high enough well-being to be able to cope with this. Good well-being means a child engages with the world in a positive way, and this increases their chances of good mental and physical health. Some children experience toxic stress in their early years, and this can start in the womb. Almost certainly, these children will have some positive experiences, but these may not be enough to compensate for the negative ones. A child with low well-being will see the world as a dangerous place. Because of the way they behave, they can be seen as difficult and challenging and hard to engage with, which makes things worse. As a society, we can try to raise everyone's well-being through an unconditional positive appreciation of everyone and a commitment to kindness. Stable and nurturing positive relationships with trusted adults at school can help children to build the skills and resilience needed to thrive, even in difficult circumstances. Children will know that they belong and that the adults working with them may not always love their actions, but will always love them. The cortisol, which is built up in a child's body due to stress, can be counteracted by oxytocin, released by a hug or by a positive interaction. To be as supportive as it can be, a school should prioritise safety, be caring, offer rich, nurturing relationships, promote kindness, foster listening, offer unconditional love, help healing, build resilience, establish trust while maintaining boundaries. Support individual autonomy, build on the best in each child, allow time for children to learn about emotions, have strategies that enable children to tell their story, be calm and consistent, have high expectations of conduct, give children the opportunity to make amends, promote self-esteem and well-being in children, parents and staff, develop close links with families and the local community. Play can support children who have experienced adverse childhood experiences. It can help build resilience and aid recovery. Children use play to help them cope with their experiences. For many children, acting out their worries and working through difficult experiences in their play is helpful. But sometimes children's play gets stuck and they may need help to envisage alternative, positive endings or need guiding into more supportive, alternative play. There are many other things practitioners can do. Create opportunities for young children to communicate their feelings, for example through drawing and painting or by sharing books which reflect their experiences and include characters who cope with and solve problems. Provide children with opportunities for structured play like pegboards and jigsaw puzzles, and sensory play like water and Play-Doh, because these activities do not require children to communicate or interact and are less threatening. Engage children in repetitive rhythmic movements, including singing, dancing and drumming. Also provide calming activities like yoga. Encourage children to run, climb, jump and stretch to release the energy of stressful experiences and reduce the long-term impact on their brains and bodies. Give children opportunities to make choices in play, which gives them a sense of control. Collaborate in pretend play that is comforting. Introduce props that support children to feel powerful. Help children be more aware of the sensations in their bodies. Help them name and manage strong emotions. Assist them to express what they want and need. Give them the chance to solve problems with support. Help them improve friendship skills. In some cases, children may need additional support, for example, from an educational psychologist. We can work together to stop adverse childhood experiences happening. And we can work together to help children who have had these experiences to heal and grow.